Dodgers fans, you're not going to believe this. A shocking trade has just been finalized, and it's sending shockwaves through the MLB. The Dodgers front office just pulled off a move that no one saw coming, and fans are completely divided. Did they just make the move that guarantees a World Series run, or was this a huge mistake? One fan favorite is gone, and the reaction is absolutely wild. Who's coming in? Who's leaving? And what does this mean for the team's future? Stay tuned because we're breaking it all down right now. Do you agree with this move? Got it. Here's your full YouTube script for the topic. Urgent: Dodgers make a shocking trade and stun fans. I can't believe it. Los Angeles Dodgers news. Dodgers fans, you are not going to believe what just happened. The front office has pulled off a move that nobody saw coming, and this trade is sending shockwaves through the MLB. The Dodgers were already stacked, but now they've made a decision that could completely change their season and the way this team is built for the playoffs. If you thought the Dodgers were done making moves, think again, because this blockbuster deal just proved that they are all in and willing to do whatever it takes to win. All this year. So what exactly happened? Let's break it down, because this is the kind of trade that could define the Dodgers season. Insiders had been speculating for weeks that the Dodgers were still in the market for one final piece despite an already star-studded roster, and now it's been confirmed the front office has officially pulled the trigger on a deal that brings in a key player who fills a major need for the Dodgers. But here's the twist: the Dodgers also had to part ways with a fan-favorite player, and that's what's making this trade so shocking. Fans are reacting in disbelief. Some are thrilled about the potential this new player brings, while others are heartbroken over losing a player who's been such a big part of the team. This is one of those moments where opinions are completely divided and people can't stop talking about it. Let's talk about the new addition, because this guy could be a game changer for the Dodgers in every way possible, whether it's his power at the plate, his defensive abilities, or his presence in the clubhouse. This is a player who instantly makes the Dodgers better. And the timing of this move is what makes it even crazier. The Dodgers didn't have to make this trade. They were already considered one of the best teams in baseball. But this proves that they are not settling for just being great. They want to be the absolute best, and they are making sure no other team has a chance of stopping them when it matters most. The front office knows that October baseball is a different beast, and they are making sure that this team is built to dominate when the pressure is at its highest. But now let's talk about the tough part. Losing a player that so many fans have grown to love and respect is never easy, and this trade stings for a lot of people. This was a guy who gave everything to the Dodgers, played with passion, and was a huge part of the team's success. Watching him go to another team is heartbreaking for many, but at the same time, this is the business side of baseball, and the Dodgers clearly felt that they needed to make this move to stay ahead of the competition. So what does this trade mean for the Dodgers moving forward? Well, it changes a lot of things. First off, the lineup just got even scarier, if that was even possible. This addition gives the Dodgers more depth, more flexibility, and even more firepower on both sides of the ball. This move could also have a big impact on how the Dodgers approach the rest of the season. With this new player in the mix, does it change their strategy for the trade deadline? Does it affect their pitching rotation or bullpen usage? These are all things that Dave Roberts and the coaching staff are going to have to figure out as they adjust to this blockbuster trade. But one of the biggest questions right now is how this new player will fit into the Dodgers clubhouse. Chemistry is a huge part of any team's success, and whenever a big move like this happens, there's always a period of adjustment. But from what we're hearing so far, the Dodgers believe that this guy is going to fit in perfectly and bring even more leadership to an already talented group. That's exactly what you want to hear if you're a Dodgers fan, because when this team is clicking on all cylinders, they are nearly unstoppable. But let's not forget about the team that just acquired the Dodgers player they gave up, because for them this is also a major move. This player is going to get a fresh start with a new team, and you better believe he's going to be motivated to prove himself. This could be one of those situations where both teams end up benefiting from the trade, but for Dodgers fans it's all about what this means for their World Series chances, because that's what this season is all about: winning another championship. This move also sends a clear message to the rest of the league. The Dodgers are not messing around. They are here to dominate, and they are proving that they will make any move necessary to make sure they have the best roster possible. Other teams should take notice, because this is the kind of aggressive front office decision that separates championship teams from the rest of the pack. Let's break this all down. So let's get straight to the details. The Dodgers have just acquired a game-changing star, a player who immediately improves the roster and could be the missing piece to another World Series run. This trade wasn't about adding just another solid player, it was about making a statement. This front office wants to make sure they dominate the league from start to finish. The Dodgers' biggest concern has always been making sure they have the right mix of superstar talent, depth, and championship experience. And that's exactly what they've accomplished with this move. But of course, no trade happens without a cost, and that's where things are getting controversial. The player they're sending away is someone who has been a key part of this franchise, a fan favorite, a player who's been with the team through ups and downs. And now, just like that, he's gone. The emotional reaction from fans has been intense, with some saying this was a necessary move for the team's future, while others believe this could come back to haunt them. So let's take a moment to look at what this trade really means. First, what does this move do for the Dodgers? This trade could address one of the few remaining question marks on this roster, whether it's an upgrade in the infield, bullpen depth, or even another starting pitcher to solidify the rotation. If there was any weakness left in this Dodgers squad, it looks like they just found a way to fix it. But here's the other side of it. Did the Dodgers give up too much? That's what everyone is debating right now. The player heading out is someone who had become a core part of the team, someone who fans had grown attached to. And in any blockbuster trade, you have to weigh whether the long-term loss is worth the short-term gain. But here's something important to consider: Andrew Friedman and the Dodgers front office don't make moves unless they're convinced it's the right one. They've built a reputation for making smart, calculated decisions, and more often than not, they end up being the right call. Just think back to some of the biggest moves in recent history. The Dodgers weren't afraid to trade for Mookie Betts, and look how that turned out. They weren't afraid to go all in on Freddie Freeman, and now he's one of the most consistent hitters in the game. If this move follows that same pattern, we could be looking at a game changer. But let's talk about the player the Dodgers are bringing in. But what about the bigger picture? How does this trade impact the rest of the season? For starters, this sends a clear message to the rest of the league: the Dodgers are not messing around. They already had one of the most talented rosters in baseball, and yet, they're still making moves to get even better. That's the mentality of a team that's not just aiming for the playoffs but aiming to dominate. If you want to stay up to date with every major Dodgers move, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a thing, because this season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in Dodgers history. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.